Hi Aries, welcome to your daily love messages reading. Thanks for joining me. Also welcome cross watchers, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Ascendants. Now these are general and collective messages, guys. They won't resonate for everyone, so take it how it resonates. So what are the love messages for Aries? What do we need to know for Aries? Love messages for Aries. What do we need to know for Aries? Love messages for Aries. What do we need to know for Aries? Okay, there's a lot coming out here, so bear with me. Queen of Wands, Four of Wands, Six of Wands, definitely dealing with a fire sign. Two of Wands, the High Priestess, the Ace of Swords. Okay, a lot coming out here. Okay. If it's not your energy, then if it's a home environment, work environment, of a romantic nature, your person could be around a fire sign. This Queen of Wands, okay, she's quite fiery, passionate. I call her the Queen of Fire. Got the High Priestess there. So someone could be communicating with themselves as well, really tuning in, embracing their spiritual side. If it's answers that you're seeking, just go within. Okay. Any more on this Eight of Swords and this Tower? Tell me more about this Tower. Who's this Queen of Wands? Okay, so there could be some sort of third-party situation going on here. Maybe your person is around a fire sign or an air sign, but with this Queen of Wands, I would say they're around a fire sign. This is a Leo. So, it looks like whoever you're dealing with has had a wake-up call, okay? And it looks like they're thinking about you. Whoever they're around, I do feel that they... it's like they feel trapped, restricted and tied down. This person could have more than one person around them. There's two females here. They're doing a lot of thinking and they're seeking victory somewhere else. That's what I feel. They leave you out in the cold. Could have gone backwards and forwards to a third party situation. This person is kind of gaining vision, kind of gaining perspective, doing a lot of thinking and planning, and it does look like your person is in another commitment here, where they feel stuck, and maybe they need to surrender a third party, maybe they need to let this go, and that's why the Tower's there. But they are seeking victory and trying to banish things that aren't good for them, and wanting to bring truth and clarity to a situation, such as bring clarity towards you. This could be you. Maybe you're tired of them, with this third party situation, and I do feel that your person has had a wake-up call. They could be going through changes, transitioning. Your person could be feeling left out in the cold. Anyone on this Three of Swords? Yeah, there's definitely some sort of third-party situation going on here that somebody needs to give up because it looks like they're not happy. Okay, so we've got 2 threes here. Yeah, there's another commitment going on here. So you could be dealing with an air sign that is with a fire sign, or a fire sign with a fire sign. It could be any sign. I strongly feel this is an air sign here that is in another commitment. They feel stuck. So it's like they can't be their self. Look, they feel restricted, they feel tied down. They could have found something out, a painful truth, a painful lesson. They could have suffered betrayal, they could have suffered heartbreak, they could have suffered loss. The third party, she could have betrayed them. The Queen of Wands, she can be a bit manipulative, so you have to be careful with the Queen of Wands. She can be a bit vindictive, a bit, you just have to be careful with her. She's the most powerful of all queens, especially from the fire suit as well. With wands, people are driven by desire. Yeah. Now it does look like they do want to communicate with you. I feel that the universe has stepped in here. to communicate with your person and give them a message, you know, like a sign, a synchronicity to say, look, you know, you're not happy in this situation. It's time to surrender it. It's time to cut your losses, to say goodbye to this chapter in your life. If they have stayed in it for so long, maybe they need you to gain clarity. Okay? But because there's 2 3s here as well, you know, there's no doubt here that there is a third party situation. Okay? They could have been going through some sort of regret, some sort of karmic justice here. With the Hangman here, you know, it's like they feel stuck. They need to, you know, look at things from a different perspective. They could have very negative thoughts. Definitely someone here that's got problems with change, or they resist change. You know, and that, like I said, they're seeking victory elsewhere. This could be you. You're doing well for yourself maybe, or you're seeking something better, embracing your spirituality. The High Priestess is very intuitive. She's feminine, you know, she's about femininity. She's very spiritual, and she's about knowledge, discovering things about yourself, really tuning in with yourself, communicating with yourself. So maybe this person is in the Hangman mode because they need to find the answers that they're looking for within themselves. Yeah? The wake-up call, look, the reality check. That it's time to walk away and surrender this third-party situation, this other commitment. They could be seeking commitment with you as well. Someone who definitely wants to work things out with you, speak their truth. I feel that you're focused on finances at the moment because you've got the earth element here. Okay? You could be worrying about when you're going to go back to work, finances, stability, feeling grounded, you know, passionate, dedicated. Some of you could be in charge of your own business. This person, you know, I feel that you make a great team with this person, but it hasn't really had a chance to grow, to sort of evolve because of this third party influence going on, you know. This is you, I feel, because this is earth element here. Mastering knowledge, discovering new things, working hard. Bit of a perfectionist. You could be in business with someone, collaborating with someone, you know. You could be worrying about finances, you know. Yeah. Anyone that's 8 of Pentacles. It does look like there's going to be victory here because you've got the Ace of Swords and the 6 of Wands. Yeah. So if you're hoping to hear from this person and you're hoping that they will, you know, banish this third party situation, it looks like they want to, they're trying to. Yeah. If you're going into business with someone, if you're going into business with this person, I feel that your person's doing a lot of thinking, a lot of reflecting, planning, you know, finding direction, like I said, gaining perspective here with this Hangman and this 2 of Wands. But there will be victory here, truth and clarity coming in, there's communication coming in here. You know, this person will take the leap of faith. Okay, we're dealing with Aquarius. There's a lot of air energy here. Yeah. So it does look like they want to pursue you, work things out with you, put this right, you know, be fair to you, you know, and take this leap of faith. You know, this person's very spontaneous. They want to have a new start with you, you know, and just put things right. But at the moment, there's a lot of thinking and planning and, you know, just gaining perspective here and trying to figure out how to get out of this third party situation, you know, this other commitment that they're in, you know. But your person could be feeling left out in the cold as well and a bit stuck and not as successful as you are at the moment. And, you know, they want to feel victorious too. You know, maybe they feel a little bit intimidated by you. You know, the Queen of Wands can be, as I said, manipulative, vindictive, but she can be a little bit possessive, a bit controlling, a bit jealous. Maybe she knows about you and she's jealous. If this is the case, you know, you could have met someone in a workplace and, you know, you're collaborating and, you know, maybe your person's jealous. And then we're on this 4 card and there's 8 of Pentacles. Yeah, there could be around more than one person. Could be a twin flame thing going on. Yeah, but there's another female interfering here, third party situation. This could be a twin flame dynamic, a soulmate connection. As I said, it really didn't have much chance to sort of, to grow, to evolve, you know, because of this third party interference, you know. So we've got the Lovers here, we've got Gemini energy. So your person is no doubt, you know, needs to make a choice, needs to make a decision with more than 2 people here, with more than one person, you know. This is a soulmate twin flame card. You know, this is the reconnecting with a lost love, a twin flame. But this is about mutual understanding and feeling equal, compromise. I don't feel that this person fights fair, this Queen of Wands. You know, your person needs to make a choice between two people, right? I do feel that they do want to take the leap of faith towards you, and they're thinking about you quite heavily. But at the moment, it's like they're a prisoner in their own thoughts. Yeah? It's like someone's afraid to get cut, afraid to get burnt. Something is painful for them to see. A painful lesson, a painful truth, see? But they are definitely craving freedom, liberation, and a new beginning. Yeah? They want to bring some sort of clarity, some sort of romance back. You know, the spark back into the connection. And they're having a tower moment here. Yeah? Going for a transition. Yeah? Still gaining clarity in a situation, like I said. Yeah? Okay. Anyone this lovers? There's definitely some sort of third party situation going on. Okay. Also, this could be you celebrating the birth of a new project, collaborating, going to business with someone, signing a business contract, something to do with finances and opportunity, right? Because this is about celebrations as well. But because there's the Three of Pentacles, Three of Cups, and the Three of Swords, yeah, there's definitely a third party situation. Someone's juggling more than one person. Okay, then we've got the King of Pentacles. This could be you, Earth energy. Okay, you want commitment, you want stability, you know, you are all about the knowledge and the common sense. Stability, feeling grounded, an entrepreneur, a business person. See, now there's an earth sign coming to offer you a business contract, a proposition, an opportunity, yeah, where you can feel more abundant and more successful in finances. So you could have a new person coming in. Maybe you wish that your person was more serious and dedicated and committed. Yeah? See the bullheads there? This is Taurus energy. So this is you. You know? Doing well for yourself. Yeah? There's victory, there's success here. Yeah? Perfectionist, working hard. Yeah? Okay. Then we've got the moon. So again, someone could be afraid of change, resisting change. You know, maybe they don't want to rush into anything at the moment. So if they are choosing to stay in a third party situation, I don't feel that they're happy. But again, with the moon and the hangman, it's like someone's resisting something. Yeah? Maybe they're afraid to reach out, to reveal who they are. But because of the High Priestess there as well, and the Three of Swords, I definitely feel that who you're dealing with could have found out a painful truth. You know, feeling regretful about going into a third party situation, you know? And they're dealing with their own sort of karmic justice. Yeah? Okay. Anyone on this moon? Could be dealing with a Cancer moon? Pisces moon? Okay. I don't feel that this person was very fair to you. Okay? They're not fighting fair at the moment. You know, so if you are waiting for them to communicate, I think it's going to take a while. Yeah? Especially if they're in this hangman mode, everything's at a standstill at the moment, you know, and I feel that you could be craving commitment somewhere else. You know, you're craving victory somewhere else with this Six of Wands. Yeah? Maybe you're hanging on to this person because you want honesty and clarity from them. Yeah? Before you have a new start for yourself. Yeah? Anyone on this King of Pentacles and this moon? Yeah, there's something here. So you're dealing with a Scorpio. There's something here that they need to let go of. And I feel until they do that, you're just going to be focused on yourself, stability, security, basing your decisions on a firm foundation, mastering knowledge, and just, you know, continuing to manifest and be abundant within your life. Look, victory, success, triumph, goal achieving. Okay? This person is still learning truths and things and discovering things about themselves. You know, this could be you, as I said, you know, you're embracing your spiritual side. spirituality, being spiritually aware, gaining clarity within yourself, tuning into yourself. You know, this is about phases and cycles as well. But with this Death card, this tells me that your person is still going through phases and cycles and indecisiveness and confusion and fears and subconscious fears, and you know, their mental state's not too good at the moment, and you know, there's some cycle still being completed here, something here that, you know, it hasn't sort of reached the end yet, but you can see, you know, that they feel, you know, that they're coming to that sort of conclusion, you know, with this Tower moment, that it's going to come to the inevitable. It's time for a change. It's time to cut your losses. It's time for this, you know, to sort of come to an end now, you know, because they're not happy. Look, they're trapped. They can't be themselves. If they do fear change, if they do fear commitment, you know, there's a lot of illusion, fears, indecisiveness going on. They struggle to make decisions. That's what I feel here. Whoever you're dealing with, that something here is going to come to an end. They've got to let something go. Look, yeah, they've got to let something go. Something here needs to end so something else can come in. Yeah, it could be you. Maybe you're going to end things. Maybe you're going to walk away. You're putting yourself first. Yeah, but at the moment it just looks like they're trapped in a third party situation with this fire sign female here. You know, maybe they're not ready to surrender it yet. You know, maybe they're not ready to surrender it yet, you know, and they're not ready to fully commit. You know, they just want to mess around, have multiple lovers, multiple females. Yeah, but with some of you, yes, you're seeking victory elsewhere. You know, you're seeking harbour elsewhere. You'll be taking the leap of faith. You know, you're going to have a Tower moment. You're going to go through your transition. Yeah, but you're just focused on yourself right now. Look, doing quite well for yourself, hardworking. Yeah, if you choose to hang on to this person, that's up to you, but I feel it's a clarity thing. You need clarity from this person because you feel that they haven't, you know, communicated to you and been fair to you, and I do feel that you are going to go within, you know, tune into your higher self, go with your own judgment, follow your heart, let this phase or cycle play out. Yeah, she's very intuitive. She masters a lot of knowledge, you know, things that are hidden. If there's a secret that you want to communicate or that you want to reveal, because the High Priestess and the Moon, yeah. So it looks like light will be shedded on this situation, yeah. It's very much up to you what you decide. As I say to everyone, just follow your heart, yeah. Just tune into yourself, communicate to yourself, follow your heart, yeah. Go with your own judgment. Yeah. So obviously take what resonates. This is a general reading, okay. I hope it was insightful. I hope it helps. Obviously let me know in the comment section. If you're new, give me a like, give me a subscribe, join my channel, and yeah, and I'll see you again soon for some more readings, general readings. Take care, peace with you, blessings.